Let me share with you a story. Today I would like to tell you about the very famous and well-known Ratan Tata. He is 84 today and he has a young friend, Shantanu Naidu, who's probably 28 to 30 years old. Shantanu's family has been associated with the Tata group for the last 5 generations, and what started as a mentor-mentee relationship is today a beautiful friendship. And what connected them was their common love to look after and create better spaces for stray animals. So today what I want to talk about is intergenerational friendships. This is a beautiful example of intergenerational friendships. I have been an artist for the last 40 years and I have consciously chosen not to speak about art because these friendships with young and old have made me what I am today. What is an intergenerational friendship? When there is an age gap of 20, 30, 40, 50 years between two friends, one could very safely call it an intergenerational friendship. Right now we are standing in my studio and you can see a lot of artwork in the background, in the forefront. These are all an outcome of the last 10 years where I have collaborated with young artists, maybe younger than 30, 40 years than me. All these artists come from different mediums, different genres. I've collaborated with a photographer, with a visual artist, with a Kathak contemporary dancer, with a printmaker, with a graphic designer. With all of them, the energy that has come in, some of them have become my very, very good friends, and we still continue to look forward to doing more work. These people have brought in, I have shared my energy and they've brought in beautiful, enthusiastic and overfilled my space with a lot of enthusiasm, while I have given them a calming, soft, old, lots of experiences from the past. So, to emphasize further how important intergenerational friendships are, let me take you back to my youth. I was married at the age of 23, had both my children by the time I was 26, and I was totally involved in playing my roles as a woman, as a perfect mother, as a perfect housewife, and at a point I started feeling enclosed and wanted to look beyond what was happening within the four walls of the house. It was a restless energy that was enveloping me. Just at this point, the older lady, 20 years older than me, came into my life, and her friendship completely made me have a different perspective to what I was experiencing. I felt it was okay to take this coffee break. I started enjoying this beautiful phase of my life and I started dreaming beyond. Such is the power of people who are older and have more experience than you. And definitely 10 years down the line, I had my studio. My children were going to full day school. My studio became from a smaller to a bigger studio. I had solo shows, group shows. I also executed large murals all across the world. Again, at this point, my mentor, a glass technologist who was also my uncle's very, very close friend, came into my life. He helped me set up the studio. He took care of all the technical issues that I was having. And in the process, we developed a very, very close friendship. We would spend many evenings together, stoking the fire, getting the temperature higher. And today he is no longer in this world, but his daughter still has a beautiful collection. In fact, one of my best collections from 40 years ago. Then things shifted. Around the 2000, there was a huge change in the environment. Technology was booming, things were happening, and this is a very pivotal point in my life. My young son, who comes from a management background, stepped into my creative zone. Along with him, designers came in, graphic designers, logo designers, and the whole studio was infused with a different kind of energy. I had to learn to work on desktops, on laptops. I had to learn the new design technology, design language. I was learning to email. I learned to make Excel sheets, in fact, even design on CorelDRAW, which is an extinct app today. Along with this came in a lot of young students and interns from colleges. My initial reaction was to resist this coming of young people into my space. But what happened was they brought in such beautiful energy and actually got me out of my comfort zone. And once I opened myself, once we open ourselves to each other really, then comes in a lot of giving and taking. They brought in technology, they brought a different kind of approach, they brought what was the contemporary art thinking. And what I brought on the platter was my old skills, my old thinking process, which is really today a very contemporary form of creative energy. I was working with crochet, I was working with fabric, I was working with paper, and my young interns suddenly saw all this handwork and just totally absorbed it within themselves. This was a huge reaffirmation for me and what I was, and through them we connected and created a lot of work which was completely new in nature. A lot of these interns are now my very, very good friends, and they are scattered all over the world. And I still keep in touch with them and feel like a proud mother hen and a friend when I hear of their success. Life is a process of many transitions. From school, you go to college. From college, you step into the professional world. From the professional world, you become parents, you get married. Then comes middle age, then comes seniority. Each of these transitions are difficult to deal with. It's almost like getting out of your comfort zones. Intergenerational friendships play a very, very important role in holding hands and helping you move as you tread and get out of your comfort zones and cover life whatever it unfolds for you. These beautiful friendships, which are spread across years, bring together a vast amount of experience, a vast amount of knowledge, new age knowledge, old skills, and together they make life much more enriching. One of the most beautiful characteristics of intergenerational friendships is that they provide you with a safe space, a space which is bereft of competitiveness, which is bereft of a sense of envy. I am not saying that competition is bad, but definitely if you have a less judgmental space to work in, you can succeed more and you can achieve more. Intergenerational friendships definitely provide a much better platform for this space. So friends, if you have an intergenerational friendship, a friend who's much younger or older than you, please nurture it. And if you don't, please step out and look for one. Nurturing these friendships makes life far more exciting. So before we conclude, I would like to share some tips on how to nurture these very, very precious intergenerational friendships. Point number one, a very, very important point. Listen. Lend a ear. Listening is important for an older friend, for a younger friend, and for all of us. Listening is healing. We all want to be heard. We all want to share. We want to share with someone who will actually hear us. Intergenerational friendships really provide an honest platform for listening. Listening makes you feel equal. Listening makes you feel non-judged, and you are automatically in a very comfort zone. So most of these beautiful friendships, intergenerational friendships, have a common interest. For me, art has been a common interest. As we take our friendships ahead, it's important to hold hands, nurture each other's interest, and move ahead. I would like to reiterate what these beautiful friendships bring to us. more power, more self-worth, and a huge sense of security. My young friends take me to where I have been, and my old friends take me to where I will be going. Life becomes much less scary and far more positive.